Welcome back to episode 46 of the Charged Up Show, interviewing Bobby Young, an NCAA hockey player from Holy Cross. This episode is sponsored by Revolution Hockey. Revolution is located in Cambridge, Ontario, and is a great hockey school to improve your edge work and power training for the ice. They provide weekly ice times, so it will prepare you for your upcoming tryouts. Once again, thanks to Revolution Hockey and enjoy the podcast.
Please welcome to the podcast Kitchener native Holy Cross forward Bobby Young.
How's it going, guys? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
So explain to the fans your situation right now.
So I'm in one of our dorms right now in it's called Loyola. This is not the dorm you want to be in. I'm here for 14 days and just quarantining, and yeah, hopefully I can get out earlier, but it doesn't look like it right now.
What day are you on?
Day 2.
Oh my god! Right at the beginning.
Already ready to leave.
I've got a ways to go.
Wow.
So we were talking about before, the food situation's kind of been viral on TikTok and all the colleges in the States. So show us your food packages you get.
This is what they come in, these little boxes we got here. I don't even know which one in this one. This is the breakfast for tomorrow morning. I got eggs, bacon, and some home fries.
Oh, you get it in advance.
Yeah. No, it doesn't even. Sure. Well, it's been okay, honestly. The food. Well, today was kind of crappy. The lunch was like 2 hot dogs and some soggy chips, and I was like, "Holy crap! This isn't what I was for." But
I don't think I'd make it advanced. Like, do you not just want to eat tomorrow's breakfast?
Well, it's honestly, they've been showing up with so much food. I'm like,
oh really?
I'm almost have to throw some of it out because I got a little mini fridge, and that's all we got. So if there's too much, I'm just tossing it out because I don't know what to do with it.
Oh, that's pretty good. Then you got PS4 or Xbox in there or something?
I do. Just got the TV moved in today also, so I'm trying to stay busy with that. But
yeah, that's
you don't
crazy.
play so much.
I was gonna say it's only day 2, but what are you doing to kill your time? Is that it? Just the PS4?
Well, yeah, a little bit of that. Just calling people all the time, just trying to, stay with it. I actually had to get tested today, which I don't really understand why, because even if I test negative, I'm not leaving this place.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, I've been calling people, playing Xbox, Netflix. Yeah, I'm just trying to do whatever.
Yeah,
Gotta think of it.
It seems like
only day 2.
The Family Guy just came up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yesterday. Yesterday, season 18. So let's get into hockey now. We'll get into hockey and what's the season update currently for you guys? I don't know. A lot of people aren't following NCAA. I haven't really paid close attention to the States at all. What's it looking like? Are you guys officially canceled or postponed or?
Well, as of right now, they haven't even changed our start date. So we're October 3rd was our original start date. And, it's not looking like that's going to be the situation. But,
yeah.
We're just staying hopeful. I think it goes to November. They just keep moving it a month back if they don't decide. So it'll be November, December, and then January if it doesn't happen. But we get back on the ice next week. Well, I don't, unfortunately, because I'm in here. But the rest of the guys will be on the ice next week, so that'll be good to get going again.
I figured out that. Let's get right back into the original. We always go in order, start from where you started. And you played in Kitchener minor midget, so I'm just assuming you played for Kitchener growing up. And what was your minor hockey experience like? And did you always think you were going to be able to play Division One or OHL, or what was your minor hockey like?
My minor hockey, I played AAA for most of my years, but then I got my cut my year before, minor midget. And honestly, that was one of my most fun years of hockey. We had a really good group of guys, and I kind of started playing better myself that year. And but I never really expected to get drafted in the OHL or anything like that. Didn't really have any teams talking to me. I think I had 4 points that year. So, that's not a stellar stellar point per game average, but
Thanks.
yeah, I mean, I loved Kitchener minor hockey. Though. I had a great coach, Dean De Silva, in minor midget, and he was he didn't really well. He knew about the college route, so he kind of was like talking about that. But my brother actually he went to a prep school after his minor midget year as well, and then he kind of I wasn't really planning on doing that, but then he talked me into it. He just had such a blast, so that then I ended up going that route. But
well, that was my next question, and like you said, we didn't have the best minor midget season, 6 points. Like why? Yeah, what made you decide to go to Kimball Union Academy? And can you kind of paint the picture for everyone? Obviously, like I don't even know where it is. I know that Fantilli played there last year. Is the best 04, but like yeah, what makes you decide to go there? Your brother was there, and where is it? And what was your prep? What was the prep atmosphere like?
It was a blast. I loved it. You know, you lived in the dorm with all your buddies and stuff. But the reason I went was I wasn't really like, sure if I was good enough to make the team or not. So I was it was always up in the air for me. That was like my main worry about going there. My brother, he just had such a fun time, and my parents were, you know, I was lucky enough, and they were willing to let me go that route. But yeah, no, it was so much fun. It's Meriden, New Hampshire. I'm pretty sure it's considered a village. That's how small it is. The village of Meriden, but it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. You have to drive 15 minutes to get to any really populated spot. The closest school there is Dartmouth, so we were kind of close to them. But no, it was a blast. I loved KUA. I got a really good group of guys. I ended up living with couple guys that play college hockey now. One of them's at UVM, Nick Hammer, and the other is Kyle Shiro. And he's at Connecticut. Where is he? I forget what the school name is, but he's playing D3 in Connecticut there. So, it was definitely fun. I'm glad I had that experience.
So it was an easy adjustment to that whole new lifestyle.
Yeah, I mean, it was just kind of I actually skied a lot when I was younger, so I was away from home quite a bit because of that. So it really just moving into the dorms and being away from my family wasn't too big of an adjustment. But no, it was fun. We were, once you move in with all your buddies in a dorm, it's late nights, lots of chell, trying to stay out of trouble, really.
Sounds good.
So you ended up becoming the captain, and obviously every year you got better and getting older. And when you decided to play for the Boston Junior Bruins a little bit too, but then was that where you were like, what am I going to do after this? Was that when you felt you were good enough to try to go play Tier 2 somewhere? Obviously you're quite open to the Division 1 route playing and prep. So yeah, was that, I'm sure, the USHL, and so that's all that stuff for you thinking, I think I want to take a shot at those junior leagues?
Yeah, well, at first, I wasn't really too big into college hockey. I'd gone to a game because I've got a cousin who lives in Michigan. I went to a Frozen Four game once, but I still didn't really know much about it until I got there, and that was what everyone's goal was, right? They were all, I want to play college hockey, and because, of course, all the American guys know a ton about it because that's the route they pretty much go.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I ended up. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do my first year, and then, like you said, just kind of got better and better, and ended up getting contacts from Chilliwack in the BC, and that's where I started my junior. I was playing there for about, I think, a month and a half, and then I ended up getting traded to Bonnyville in the AJ, which is a good time as well. But yeah, that's kind of where all that sprouted from.
So what was BC like? I mean, I know you spent a little bit of time there, but seemed like you had a lot of adjustments, moving around places, but would you say BC was a kind of a cool place to kind of experience, I guess, or?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Definitely. I was in just a great billet home there too. in our backyard, you're sitting in a hot tub looking at a mountain range. I'm like, holy crap, this is this is quite the place to be.
That's awesome.
And no, I mean we had a really good team that year. I think they ended up winning the RBC. So
that's kind of hurt
there, but it was. I'm glad it all worked out with Bonnyville because was like a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
When I arrived in Bonnyville, actually, it was funny. My coach goes, "Okay, I'm gonna take you on the scenic route here." I'm like, "Okay," so I'm thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna see some cool things, maybe like BC, get some mountain ranges."
Yeah.
But I didn't really know too much about Alberta. But I'm driving; it's all flat land. It's like we're in the middle of winter, so it's just snow, flat land. I'm looking around like, "What do you mean this is the scenic route, man? Like this isn't very scenic to me." But
that's funny.
It was good.
And
mention.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Keith. Go ahead.
Mentioning that you skied before, did you have fun skiing on those mountains there?
I actually never was able to go out.
Oh no!
Yeah, no, I know it's probably wasn't the thing our coach really wanted us to do during the season.
Yeah, true.
You know, I would have loved to. I mean, they got some like Whistler out there. They got some cool spots for sure.
Absolutely, yeah.
And so I just want to pick your brain on, is that quite, you said blessing in disguise, and that's like, I would like to try to go to BC at some point to try to play hockey there, and was that kind of a mental hurdle in that you're going to play in the BC, which is the top league to get it in Canada, to get a Division I scholarship, and you hear you're going to Alberta, and I was like, oh, like, come on, like I came here to play in BC. Obviously it ended up working out for you, but was that pretty tough for you? Were you pretty frustrated that you wanted to get to that BC league and then you're going to play in Alberta?
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, getting traded is always a little tough, but it was it ended up working out real well because my coach was like, when I got to Alberta, my coach in Bonnyville, he said, you know, when we were trading for it, he's like, oh, I'm not trading for anyone else but you. So that made me feel really, really good. Like, I was getting decent ice time in the BC, but when he told me that, it made me just feel like really confident that, you know, he was the guy that wanted me to play for him and his team. So I knew I was heading to a good spot, so it was pretty much right away. He just made me feel welcome, and like when you feel wanted somewhere, it's a lot easier to play hard for a guy than when you're on the trade block. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And then what was it actually like living there? There's like a couple of the guys we skate with are heading out, and there's not a lot to some of those cities out there or towns. And so what was your experience like actually living there?
No, it was good. I mean, I lived with another guy, so that, you know, that always makes things easier too. But, you know, there wasn't a lot going on. It was a small town, 4,000 people. There's not like a movie theater, no bowling alley, no like. I think the only thing that was really there was laser tag. We never really did that, to be honest. But no, you know, you just got to find ways to make your own fun. We got a full team of guys at the rink every day. You're a really tight group there. So, you know, it was easy just to find stuff to do, hanging out, play poker games. At that time, I think Fortnite was huge, so all the boys were big into that. But so, yeah, no, you just find ways to make fun. And even though there wasn't a ton going around or going on in Bonnyville, it's, you know, it's easy when you have a close group of guys like that.
Yeah, so hockey, I guess, was the main highlight in that city, I guess. Like, that's what kind of ran the city, I guess, in a way.
Yeah, I guess you could say run the city, but yeah, no, everyone there kind of like, there was always, you know, a ton of town people in the stands every night, and like everyone, I think they love the guys. I mean, you know, because we did a lot of community service stuff there as well, so we would be out, and I think the town really appreciated all that help. So when, you know, we're helping them and they help us, it's kind of it's a win-win, right?
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
I'm sure the being such a small community and being so close to everyone helps with the success, especially what you had in the Alberta League too, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely. I mean, it was, we had some really good teams too. Like I think we both my second year especially, we were really good, and I think we expected to go a little bit farther than we did. But I've got a buddy who I played with, Lucas Thorne, and he's coming to Holy Cross actually this year. And just being surrounded by guys when you're close, and the chemistry was just, it was easy. Like, you don't even need to look where the guy is sometimes. You just know. And yeah, no, they definitely made it a lot easier to play. And it was great. I love playing in Bonnyville for sure.
That's awesome.
So let's hear. We ask everyone, and this is my favorite part of all our NCAA athletes, is your commitment story. Why Holy Cross, and let us know. Like, just tell us your story of committing there.
Well, yeah, I think it was my 20-year-old year when they started talking to me. They really happened to reach out. I forget when exactly it was. I think it was around Christmas time. Just like a couple of weeks before Christmas, they reached out. So this is like, I'm getting to a point where I wasn't sure, I was in contact with a couple teams, but it wasn't anything like too serious. So, you're getting down the stretch. It's your final year. You're getting a little worried. So maybe that was that has to do a fact with your playing and stuff. But they reached out, and then I think it might have been like right around Christmas Day, like a couple of days either before or a couple of days after was when I got the call, and I just happened to be eating dinner with my whole family at the time, and they said, like, hey, we're willing to offer this. And I said, give me 5 minutes, let me talk with my parents, and then I'll get right back to you. And right then and there, pretty much on the spot, was like, yep, I'd love to come here.
Cool.
I actually knew, I think it was my brother's girlfriend's friend was like dating a guy on the team or something. So I got in contact with him. Yeah, I know, right? Crazy. But got in contact with him and just heard such good things about the school, and it's been everything that he said it was and more. So
that's awesome.
Even when you're quarantined.
Yes. Except being stuck in here for the next 14 days with all this boxed food, but it's what it is.
That's actually a pretty cool story that you just happened to be at the table with all your family. That must have been super cool.
Yeah, no, it was exciting stuff. Definitely made Christmas a little bit better too.
So definitely.
So once you're there,
oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I think we're just kind of on the same question, but now that you're kind of all adjusted in there, like, what was kind of the speed, or like definitely playing in D1, was it different at all? Like, was it hard for you to adjust, or how was your mindset kind of going into, D1 school, playing with, faster pace probably than what you were?
Well, I came in pretty confident. Like, you almost got to be, because if you're not, you're almost at an immediate disadvantage. But it was a huge adjustment. You go from, like in all like those junior leagues, you got like your two top lines that are always full of good players. But right when we stepped into our first game here, it was like all four lines are full of guys who can play, and they play hard. It was honestly, it was a lot more physical than I was expecting too. Guys that are not afraid to run you through the boards, that's for sure. So no, it was the speed and skill is kind of like when you go up in almost any league, but it was just kind of had to, focus on. Well, I actually looked at what a lot of the older guys did, and it was really good. We had a great group of seniors, and they helped all the boys, like all the freshmen, adjust real quick, just to, fit the playing style of our team and fit the kind of what we had to do to get in the lineup and just, be successful at this level.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like obviously you didn't have the season you maybe hoped for. Like, you didn't 18 games, 2 points, and I'm just trying to pick your brain at was that a bit mentally tough? Like you said, you came in quite confident, and what are you trying to do next? It wasn't, obviously you want to have more than one goal and one assist in a season, but it was I think it was a good learning experience for me. I hadn't really
Yeah.
it was just kind of just focusing on what I can work on to, better myself and just kind of be better for my spot on the team.
We hammered out all the questions, yeah. Hopefully you guys can get your season going and you can get out of that room.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. I'm looking forward to getting out of here. I mean, it hasn't been too bad so far.
You're only 2 days in, though.
Yeah, I mean, well, we've started classes, which is good.
Oh, okay.
So, I'm not just sitting here all day playing Xbox and stuff. I got to do a little bit of work, but no, it's been easier because of that. But no, you're right. I definitely want to get out of here as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming on, and we wish you all the best.
Yeah, no, thanks. Appreciate it. Good talking to you guys.
Yeah, take care.
You too.